Hey everyone, happy Sunday. I hope your week has gone well. This is Twitch number 3, for those who are counting. Um, yeah, how was your week? Like on a scale from 1 to 10, like how are you doing? Right? Everything up into this moment right now, like from this past week, it's past. It's behind, right? And everything about this week moving forward, the week that we're about to go into, guess what? It's not here yet. And it's a good thing because what I'm wanting us to continually do is bring attention to the now, into the moment that we are in, right? I love asking this question. Why are you here? What is it that you're wanting to get from these next few minutes of us being together? What is it that you want to receive from this Sunday afternoon, 4 o'clock? Why are you here? Right? Because if our mind is on the week past or if our mind is on the week forward, then we're not really here. And so I'm going to do today a little different. I'm going to keep this in a little more space focused, right? As I've said before, like I feel like we don't need another life hack and how to improve our lives. I think we just need rest. I think we just need rest, not only physically, but also emotionally and intellectually, and away from the screen and away from the distractions. And that's what I want these Sunday sessions, these Sunday scaries, that's what I want them to be. Just a moment for you to just downshift and to rest. And so what we're going to do is we're going to close our eyes and we're just going to breathe for a moment. I'm going to breathe in that rest. Right? We're going to visualize the rest literally coming into our nostrils and then flowing through all parts of our body. Because our body needs rest, our mind needs rest, our heart needs rest. And when we visualize, with our eyes closed, when we visualize this air, that's rest coming into our bodies, we begin to release that tension. We begin to find that rest. And so here's what I'd like to do today. So for a little bit, we're just going to sit in silence. And we're just going to notice silence. And anytime that our mind wanders, we get a thought or we get distracted, I want you to bring back your attention to that silence. It's so beautiful to do. And then in just a minute, I'm going to play. And I don't quite know exactly what I'm going to play. But as you're sitting there, I want you, with your eyes closed, to continue just finding that space, that rest, and noticing that as you breathe in, I want you to visualize that you're breathing in rest. You're breathing in healing. You're breathing in calm. You're breathing in restoration from the week that you just had and to prepare you for the week that we're going to go into. Okay? So, if you would, I hope you're comfortable. Let's close our eyes. And just for a little bit, we're just going to sit in silence. We're not even going to take deep breaths. We're not going to think about anything right now. We're just going to try to truly focus on space, on silence. if your mind begins to wander, to yourself, quietly just say the word rest, rest. Now, with your eyes still closed, I want you to notice the ground underneath you or the chair that's supporting you. And I want you to notice that how supportive, how strong it is to hold you up, and how safe you are, and how this is a safe space for you to have rest, for you to be given rest, to enjoy rest. Maybe take just a little inhale through your nose, and then a slow exhale through your nose. And as you take this next inhale, I want you to imagine, I want you to visualize with your eyes closed as you breathe in, that as the air comes through your nose, that you will begin to feel rest going into your nose, into your lungs, and being dispersed throughout your entire body. You're breathing in rest. And as you breathe in this rest, you begin to exhale. I want you to exhale all the things that are not rest. I want you to imagine that your body is letting go of tension. I want you to imagine that you are exhaling things that your body no longer needs right now. That we're only filling our body, our mind, our heart with rest. Take a deep inhale of rest. And a long exhale to let go. Deep inhale. A long exhale. I'm going to play for a little bit. I'd like for you, if you would please, to continue keeping your eyes closed. And as you breathe in, you are breathing in rest. And as you breathe out, you're letting go of stress, of worry. You're giving yourself permission to no longer hold on to this past week. You're giving yourself permission to not be concerned with the week ahead. You're giving yourself permission to sit this moment in rest. And if your mind wanders, bring back the word to your mind. Rest. it's okay to find rest, just like it's okay to be calm. We have to have that rest to allow ourselves to heal from the week prior and to allow ourselves to move forward to the week coming ahead. Rest is not a bad word. I know a lot of times it feels that being idle means not moving. But sometimes being idle is allowing everything around us to be put together in its place where it needs to be. And so a lot of times when we allow ourselves to rest, those things are happening behind the scenes. And if we find that space to understand that sometimes things are happening without our hands being put to it, that when we do come out of that state of rest, that we then begin to recognize this was put together. The world that you're in, the things that you were concerned about, perhaps they worked themselves out. Or that thing that you really were trying to focus on, that you were really trying to get done before the end of the week, that through rest, you were able to find the answer. You were able to be at a place where you were of clear mind and understood. I can't stress the importance of rest. I can't stress how much we need to just allow ourselves to just breathe and rest, and to breathe out everything that we've been wanting to hold for the last week. So this week, I'm inviting you, Derby is inviting you, to allow yourself a moment of rest, to where you take a day, where you take a minute, and you say, you know what, just for these next 2 minutes, these next 3 minutes, I'm going to close my eyes and I'm going to breathe and rest. I hope you find peace. I hope the week ahead is one that you will be present for, instead of our minds being present in the week that we just had, that we can no longer have anything to do with. I wish you well. I'm enjoying these. It's a beautiful, overcast day. I love overcast days. They're my favorite kind of days. So today's like a perfect day. And I really just appreciate you just being here. So I hope to see you again next week. And I wish you well. Drop me a note. Say hello. chad@chadlawson.com. Maybe I should get Derby an email. Derby, do you want an email? Yeah? You want people to write you? Find some rest. Make it a priority. Make rest at the top of your list. Because when you allow yourself just 2 or 3 minutes of rest, you're going to find that everything else is going to come into place. But when we're exhausted, when we are fatigued, when we're at this point where we can't see up from down, but we still continue to push through things, that a lot of times the answer is just waiting for it to be fresh and restored. So have a beautiful week. Thank you all again. And Derby and I will see you next week. Take care. May you find peace and comfort. You want to say goodbye?